From 1947 onwards till now, dollar to rupee equation has more or less gone in only one side. That is rupee depreciating against the dollars. There is a very small period of time in the history when rupee has climbed against the dollar. Barring this exception, the journey of rupee against the dollar has always been towards the downside. Why does rupee depreciate constantly? In this episode, I am going to discuss all the points that you need to know why the rupee is depreciating constantly. This is NRI Money Clinic for you, and I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, investment consultant and a financial planner.
NRI Money Clinic. No hype, just the right advice.
Rupee depreciating against dollar is not something which is new. It has been happening constantly. Every time rupee depreciates against the dollar, the resident Indians are a heartbroken lot. However, for the NRI community, they feel very happy when the rupee depreciates. That's because they earn in dollars, and when they remit these dollars back home in India, they stand to get more rupees when the rupee depreciates. Why does the rupee depreciate constantly? Let us discuss it in this episode. The exchange rate between two currencies, in this case between dollar and rupees, depends on lot of things. Broadly speaking, these can be grouped under two heads. What dictates the exchange price in the short term and what dictates the exchange price in the long term? In the short term, the exchange rate is dictated by simple demand and supply. Now, if more people are asking for more and more dollar, the dollar gets more demand, as a result of which it becomes more expensive and the rupee depreciates. On the contrary, if more dollars are flowing into India and asking for more and more rupees to be taken in exchange of dollars, then the rupee can also climb against the dollar. A simple demand and supply at any point of time dictates the exchange rate between these two currencies. Now let us look at how the demand for dollars to rupee is playing out in India. Why does India need dollars? Who will supply dollars to India? Or why does India need dollars? For what purpose? Now, if you know, India is an energy deficient country. That means all its energy needs are met by importing of oil from outside of country. To buy this oil, India needs foreign exchange, which in otherwise means we need lot of dollars. So import of oil is one of the biggest demand for dollars which is existing in India. Likewise, Indians are madly in love with gold. India is one of the biggest importers of gold. So the demand for gold also creates a demand for dollars. Likewise, NRIs, if you are holding money in NRE account or if you are holding money in FCNR account, if you decide to withdraw this money from India, that also creates a demand for dollars. Likewise, tomorrow, for any reasons, if the foreign portfolio investors decide to withdraw money from the Indian stock market, that will also create a demand for dollars. These are all the headings under which dollar demand can rise. Now we have seen we have lot of demand for dollars. How will the dollar demand be met? Who will supply dollars to India? Now, the dollars supply to India can happen under different accounts. When we export goods and services, now we have seen how our software companies are exporting a lot of software from India. Likewise, we are exporting a lot of other things, agricultural commodities, could be commodities. So when we export goods and services to outside of the country, then what happens is we earn dollars. This will supply us dollars. Likewise, India being a very attractive investment destination, lot of foreigners will invest in Indian stock markets either through secondary market or through debt markets or by way of foreign direct investment. That also brings in a lot of dollars inside of India. Now we NRIs are not a small number anymore. We are quite a large chunk of Indian population which is working outside of India, and we remit a huge amount of dollars back home into India. When we send dollars back to India, and that is also a major source of dollar to India. There is one another source that India get dollars from. Now the Indian companies feel the interest rate in India is very high. To reduce the interest burden, what they do is they borrow from outside of India. Now when they raise loans from outside of India, when this dollar is remitted back to India, that also becomes a source of dollar supply to India. These are all the various source of dollar supply to India. Now, as long as this demand and the supply of dollar remains same, the currencies will not move too much one against the other. Plus, the Reserve Bank of India will also be maintaining reserves. So, seasonally or once in a while, if there is a major change in demand supply, it can manage with the reserves that the Reserve Bank is having. So, as long as the demand and supply is maintained, there will not be a major change in the exchange rate. But at times, things can go out of control on either directions. Now we have seen how in 2012, 13, 14 period, the rupee against the dollar depreciated all the way from 45 rupees to 68 rupees per dollar. Likewise, during 2005, 6, 7, we have seen how the rupee appreciated against the dollar all the way from 48 rupees per dollar to about 37 to 38 rupees per dollar. So both the things are possible. Rupee climbing against the dollar or dollar climbing against the rupee, both are possible. These are due to huge movements in currencies happening because of a sudden influx of dollars into the country or outside of country. So it is impossible to predict in the short term which currency is going to become stronger or which currency is going to become weaker. It's just a function of money moving from one part of the globe to the other part of the globe. These days, money moves with a click of a button. No one has a control over it. While it is impossible to predict what happens in the short term, it is definitely possible to predict what happens in the long term. The exchange rate between two currencies in the long term is a function of inflation difference existing between two currencies. Now, in this case, let us look at United States versus India. Now, in the US, the inflation is less than 2%. Now, if you take today's case scenario, in India, we have an inflation somewhere around 4 to 5% kind of a region. Historically speaking, India had an inflation rate somewhere between 6% to 8%. Luckily enough, today the inflation rate is lesser. Now, assuming that India has a 5% inflation and US has an inflation of 2%, India has 3% higher inflation than United States. It only means over a period of time, if this is the inflation differential which exists between two of these countries, you can safely assume that in the longer run, rupee will depreciate by 3% against the dollar. It may or may not happen in the immediate run. It may or may not happen in 1 or 2 years. But over longer periods of time, rupee and dollar has to come into an exchange rate to match this inflation differential. You may ask me why. Let me explain this to you with the help of an example. Now we said India needs dollars to import its requirements. We earn dollars through exports and other means. Now, when will we be able to export our goods and services? When we are able to offer to the world these goods and services at a competitive rate, then only the world is ready to trade with us and take our goods. If we try to overcharge them, they are not interested. Instead of taking it from us, they may take it from China, they may take it from Taiwan or any other country where it is available for cheap. Now, when the inflation rises in a country, let us look at what happens. Now, let me explain with the help of an example how inflation can affect the exchange rates between two countries. Now, let me take this laptop now and assume that this laptop is being manufactured in India. And let's assume that the cost of this laptop is 50,000 Indian rupees. When it is costing 50,000 Indian rupees, and let me assume that the dollar to rupee equation is 50 rupees per dollar. So when it costs 50,000 rupees in Indian rupees, because of an exchange rate of 50 rupees per dollar, in dollar terms, it is equal to $1,000. Now what happens next year? Now, if India has an inflation rate of 5%, the price of this laptop climbs by 5% next year. It climbs by 10% 2 years from now. It climbs by 20% by 4 years from now. That's just the price rise or the inflation. Now what happens? If the exchange rate of dollar to rupee remains same thing, because of inflation, this laptop moved from 50,000 rupees per piece to 55,000 rupees per piece in 2 years. If the exchange rate has not moved, this laptop which was costing $1,000 will become now $1,100. 4 years from now, when this laptop becomes 60,000 rupees, the price of this in dollar terms will become $1,200. That means there is a rise in price. Now the customer who is buying from outside of India will start complaining, and he will start searching where else this material is available cheaper than this $1,100 or $1,200. If he is not able to find it anywhere else, he may still buy this. But in a world like this today, there are enough people who are able to supply at more competitive rates. So when the inflation rises, what happens is we lose the business. So we will not get sufficient enough dollars into the country. The business which belong to us will move to some other country. Our supply of dollar comes down. That means the demand for dollars for import will rise, as a result of which the dollar will gain value. Now in a different exchange rate, let us see how this example works. Now when the price of this laptop becomes 55,000 per piece, if the dollar is moved from 50 rupees per dollar to 55 rupees per dollar, then the price of this laptop still remains at 1,000 rupees per dollar. 55 into $1,000 will give 55,000. Its value in dollar terms will remain same. Likewise, if the price of this laptop becomes 60,000 rupees per piece, if dollar gains and becomes 60 rupees per dollar, the price of this laptop still remains at $1,000 per piece. Dear viewers, I would like to hear from you about the future course of dollar to rupee equation. What do you think might happen to exchange rate between dollar to rupee in 5 years from now or from 10 years from now? Will it remain same? Will it depreciate? What can happen? What are the things which are changing in India? I would like to hear from you. Please comment below. Dear viewers, you may have a dilemma in your mind. Should I invest my savings in the Indian rupees or should I save it in the form of dollars? If you have a dilemma, I can help you. You can reach out to me from any part of the world. I have provided my contact details here on the screen. I will help you design the proper investment strategy to make best use of this exchange rate fluctuations which are happening between these two countries. Feel free to contact me from any part of the world. Dear viewers, if the topic that I discussed was useful to you, give me a thumbs up. If you are watching this program for the first time or if you are yet to subscribe for this channel, please press the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Don't forget to share this video with your near and dear ones. Thank you very much for watching this episode on NRI Money Clinic. I will be back with you very soon.
Press the bell icon for more details and subscribe our channel.